Welcome to another installment of the basics, and you're probably already wondering why I'm surrounded by boxes and things. Well, on today's show I'm going to talk about proper storage and protection of your CCG cards. I'm going to get away from the actual games just this once, and I'm going to show you how to store things, protect them, and tips and tricks on how to keep all your cards in your collection safe. So for each of the three main CCGs that I play, that being Magic the Gathering, the Star Trek customizable card game, and the X-Files customizable card game, I have one of these big boxes that will fit 1,200 cards in sleeves. Considerably more if they don't have sleeves, but this is how I organize my cards. And as you can see here with the Star Trek card game box, I've got the cards organized into card types, and I do this with all of my card games. My Magic box is organized according to color and to artifacts, and my X-Files card game box is organized into card types. Now, there are smaller boxes. This is half the size of the big box, and I use it mainly to put decks in from my various games. So both my Star Trek card game cards, and Magic have a box this big to have decks. So this has 6 decks made up, as well as an extra deck box that fits one deck. This one right now is full of dice because I use those dice as my set for these decks as my counters. But deck boxes are great to have for a single deck if you're just taking that to play with friends or to a tournament, even though I always suggest more cards. But anyways, there are also smaller boxes like this one. This is about 3/4 of the size of the last box, and I use this one for my Magic, but for mana only. So my main card box for Magic does not contain mana, it's everything else. This one is strictly mana, so when I'm building a deck, this comes out and this is where the mana stays. There are also little boxes like this. In this case, these are the little boxes that the Star Trek card game sealed deck came in back in the day. I have about 3 of these. If you just want to take 2 decks and a few spare cards with you, these are perfect for that. And it comes with a rule supplement if you need it. There are other kinds of deck boxes you can get that are half the size. You can get them for Magic or other card games. They're perfect for that. This little container with a screw top, I got it from a place I worked a while back because we had tons of these. Perfect for carrying sets of dice. If you need to take a set of dice with you, dragon dice or for counters for CCGs, these are perfect. It keeps them secure, dry, and everything. Beautiful to have. I do use this occasionally, but I do have all of my dice in that Crown Royal bag you saw in an earlier episode. Most importantly are the sleeves. I buy the Ultra Pro penny sleeves. They're 100 to a package. They're great. I put all of my gaming cards in these because it keeps them extremely well protected before they go into the boxes. And they're cheap. You can usually get them between $1 and $1.50 per package, depending on where you go. You can order them off eBay and get them even cheaper, but the shipping alone is going to cost you more than if you just went to a card shop or a comic book store and bought them there. But packaging and storage is extremely important in customizable card games, and I can't stress that enough. You have to have a wide variety of boxes and things. This is only a fraction of what I have. I have other sized boxes. I even have a white box like these that's about this size for decks and things like that. So you really have to switch it up and make sure you have a lot of storage boxes for your CCGs. Very important. Now, the best part of storage options and protection for CCGs is it's probably the most cost-effective part of CCGs. As I said, the penny sleeves are relatively cheap at $1 or just over. You can pick these up in stores, for a box of them for only a few bucks. Cardboard card boxes don't cost an arm and a leg. I think it's maybe $5 or $6 for the big boy, 3, 2. You can even get the smaller ones that I mentioned that are closer to this size. So there's a lot of options, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to store your CCGs. Best to get that out of the way first. That way there's no problems later. Have a great day.